The man realized with horror that he had been forgotten on Mars for 128 days. He desperately wanted to re-establish contact with the Earth Space Agency. He searched tirelessly. Finally, he discovered the buried Pathfinder beneath a layer of dust. When the man finished repairing it, the Earth Space Center detected a sudden fluctuation in the Mars signal. Engineers immediately adjusted the satellite for close-range detection of the Martian surface. They saw the man quickly nail a whiteboard to the ground. Everyone was stunned. The man had miraculously survived the Martian storm 128 days earlier. He immediately used hexadecimal code to request rescue from the Space Center. However, preparing a manned spacecraft would take time. The man would have to survive on Mars for another 4 years before rescue could arrive. Fortunately, the man successfully cultivated crops on Mars, solving the food shortage problem. However, disaster struck suddenly. Sudden pressure changes within the habitat triggered a violent explosion, destroying all the crops the man had carefully cultivated. The space agency urgently assembled a rocket to transport supplies and rescue the man, but due to rushed preparations, it exploded in midair shortly after takeoff. The man despaired, awaiting death by starvation. At this point, a technician secretly contacted the astronauts still en route back from Mars, informing them that the man was still alive. The astronauts were shocked, and unanimously decided to defy orders and risk their lives to return to Mars to rescue the man. However, the spacecraft lacked sufficient fuel to enter the Martian atmosphere. The man must launch himself from the Martian surface, then dock with the spacecraft in space. To reduce launch weight and escape Mars gravity, the man removed all the doors and windows of the launch vehicle, until it was nothing more than a bare rocket with no protection. As the world held its breath, the man launched the makeshift rocket into the sky. After experiencing weightlessness, the man fainted, and the relative speed between the rocket and the spacecraft reached 42 meters per second, which would cause the man to collide with the spacecraft. To ensure a successful docking, the astronaut used explosives to blow off the spacecraft's airlock door. The gas inside the airlock was instantly evacuated, creating a reverse thrust that forced the spacecraft to slow down. The captain then attached a cable and went outside to rescue the man, but the cable was too short, and there was still a distance between them. At that moment, the man punctured his spacesuit. The oxygen leak caused him to spin and jump in space. He struggled to maintain balance and propelled himself toward the captain. However, the docking attempt failed, but the man luckily grabbed the rope. After spinning several times in space, the captain finally caught him. The Mars rescue mission was declared a success.